Welcome to War Bios, the podcast where we delve into the lives of history's most fascinating figures. I'm your host, General Biography, and today we're exploring the life of Rajendra Chola I, one of the most brilliant and feared military leaders of medieval India. Born in the late 10th century, Rajendra Chola would go on to leave an indelible mark on Indian history, but it's his early life that laid the foundation for his future conquests. Rajendra Chola was born around 970 AD in the bustling city of Thanjavur, the capital of the Chola Empire. His father, Rajendra Chola I, was a renowned king who had expanded the empire through a series of military campaigns, and his mother, Thirupuvanamai, was a member of the royal family. As a young prince, Rajendra Chola would have grown up surrounded by the opulence of the imperial court, with its intricately carved temples, vibrant markets, and bustling streets. The Chola Empire was a complex and multifaceted society with a rich cultural heritage and a strong sense of tradition. Rajendra Chola grew up in a world where Hinduism was the dominant religion, but where Buddhism and Jainism also had significant followings. The empire was also home to a diverse array of ethnic and linguistic groups, each with their own distinct customs and traditions. As a member of the royal family, Rajendra Chola would have been exposed to these different cultures and would have learned to navigate the complex web of alliances and rivalries that define the politics of southern India. Rajendra Chola's education would have begun at a young age, with a focus on the traditional subjects of Sanskrit, Tamil, and mathematics. He would have studied the ancient Hindu scriptures, including the Vedas and the Upanishads, as well as the works of famous Tamil poets like Thiruvalluvar. The young prince would also have received training in martial arts, horse riding, and warfare, essential skills for a future king. As Rajendra Chola approached his teenage years, he would have begun to take on more responsibility within the empire. He would have accompanied his father on military campaigns and diplomatic missions, learning the art of statecraft and the intricacies of warfare. The young prince would also have been introduced to the complexities of imperial administration, as he learned to manage the vast network of officials, merchants, and artisans who kept the empire running. One significant event that would have shaped Rajendra Chola's early life was his father's military campaign against the Pallava kingdom in 985 AD. The young prince would have heard stories of his father's bravery and strategic genius, as well as the spoils of war that had enriched the empire. He would also have seen firsthand the impact of these campaigns on the people of the empire, as refugees and prisoners of war flowed into the capital. By around 990 AD, Rajendra Chola had reached his teenage years and was beginning to take on a more significant role in the empire. He would have been groomed to succeed his father as emperor, receiving training in the duties and responsibilities of kingship, including the management of the imperial treasury, the administration of justice, and the conduct of foreign policy. The young prince would also have been taught the importance of maintaining the balance of power within the empire, as he learned to navigate the complex web of alliances and rivalries that define the politics of southern India. As Rajendra Chola approached adulthood, he would have been poised to take on a more significant role in the empire. His father, Rajendra Chola I, was nearing the end of his reign, and the young prince was being groomed to succeed him. With his education, training, and experience, Rajendra Chola was ready to embark on his own path, one that would lead him to become one of the most brilliant and feared military leaders of his time. Rajendra Chola ascended to the throne around 1012 AD, following the death of his father, Rajendra Chola. At the time, the Chola Empire was already a dominant power in southern India, but Rajendra Chola was determined to expand its borders and secure its position as a major player in regional politics. He began by consolidating his power within the empire, eliminating potential rivals and strengthening the imperial administration. One of Rajendra Chola's most significant achievements was his military campaign against the Pala Empire in eastern India. In 1119 AD, he launched a massive invasion of the Pala kingdom, capturing key cities and territories including the capital, Gaur. The campaign was a resounding success, and Rajendra Chola returned to Thanjavur with vast treasures and a reputation as a brilliant military strategist. Rajendra Chola's conquests didn't stop there. He also launched campaigns against the kingdoms of Sri Lanka and Southeast Asia, expanding the Chola Empire's influence across the Indian Ocean. In 1025 AD, he sent a naval expedition to Sri Lanka, capturing key ports and cities, including the capital, Anuradhapura. The campaign was marked by brutality and destruction, but it also cemented the Chola Empire's position as a major maritime power. In addition to his military campaigns, Rajendra Chola was also a skilled administrator and diplomat. He established trade relationships with neighboring kingdoms and maintained a complex network of alliances and rivalries that helped to secure the empire's borders. He also invested heavily in infrastructure, building roads, bridges, and canals that facilitated trade and communication across the empire. Rajendra Chola, the first reign, was also marked by significant cultural and architectural achievements. He patronized scholars, poets, and artists, and his court became a center of learning and culture. The emperor himself was a skilled poet and musician, and his compositions are still celebrated today for their beauty and elegance. Despite his many achievements, Rajendra Chola's reign was not without its challenges. He faced opposition from rival kingdoms and internal rebellions, which he suppressed with brutal force. The emperor also struggled with the complexities of imperial administration as he navigated the competing demands of different regions and interest groups within the empire. His education and training as a young prince prepared him for the demands of kingship, while his exposure to the complexities of imperial administration helped him navigate the challenges of ruling a vast and diverse empire. As Rajendra Chola grew older, he began to focus more on consolidating his empire and ensuring a smooth transition of power to his successors. He appointed his son, Rajadhiraja Chola, as his co-regent and began to transfer more responsibilities to him. This move helped prevent potential succession crises and ensure that the empire remained stable even after Rajendra Chola's death. Despite his advanced age, Rajendra Chola continued to be actively involved in the administration of his empire. He maintained a strong and efficient system of governance, with a well-organized bureaucracy and a robust network of spies and informants. This helped him to stay informed about potential threats to his empire and to respond quickly to any challenges that arose. One of the most significant achievements of Rajendra Chola at the first later years was his patronage of art and architecture. He commissioned numerous temples, sculptures, and other works of art, which showcased the rich cultural heritage of the Chola Empire. The most famous example of his patronage is the Brihadiswarar Temple in Thanjavur, which is considered one of the greatest architectural achievements of medieval India. Rajendra Chola's legacy extended far beyond his own empire. He played a significant role in shaping the course of Indian history, and his conquests and diplomatic efforts helped to establish the Chola Empire as a major power in regional politics. His military campaigns also had a profound impact on the societies he conquered, introducing new technologies, administrative systems, and cultural practices that would shape their development for centuries to come. Today, Rajendra Chola is remembered as one of the greatest kings in Indian history, and his achievements continue to inspire awe and admiration. His reign marked the zenith of the Chola Empire's power and influence, and his legacy continues to be felt in the modern era. In the words of the Tamil poet Attukuthar, the king who ruled with justice and righteousness, whose name is whispered in reverence by the people, is none other than Rajendra Chola, the great king of the Cholas. This quote captures the essence of Rajendra Chola's legacy, which continues to be celebrated and studied by historians and scholars around the world. Thank you for tuning into this episode, and I look forward to sharing more stories with you in the future. That's all for today's War Bios. Remember to like, share, and subscribe, and until next time, I'm General Biography, reminding you to keep marching toward victory.